Hello people, I welcome you all to Simplify. Our today's topic for discussion is important quotes for essay writing. So what are the reasons why we use source material like quotations in our writing? Basically, it is for two main reasons. First one is to support a particular point that we have just made in the body of the essay, and the second point is to indicate the reader that we have read and understood the literature that is relevant to the particular topic. Like we quote from a particular source when we use the original words from a text without any changes. Thus, quotations are very important in your essay. And if they are well used and support the text, they demonstrate both wide reading and understanding. So now let's start with the quotes. Our first quote is, "The ultimate solution for fighting poverty in India was not mass production but production by masses." These lines were quoted by Mahatma Gandhi, and these lines can be efficiently used in the essays which are related to employment, unemployment, or the poverty related essays. Now, the next lines are also said by Mahatma Gandhi. They are, "The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated." So, such lines can be helpful when the essays are asked related to animal, ethics, or the moral character. Now, the next quotation. "The best thermometer to the progress of the nation is its treatment to its women." These are basically the lines quoted by Swami Vivekananda, and it can be efficiently used when the essays are asked related to women empowerment or the development related essays. Now, in CAPF 2019, one essay was asked related to environment. It says, "Earth is not only for humans." So, when such type of essays are asked, the quotes related to environment becomes essential. So our next quote is also related to environment, and it is quoted by Mahatma Gandhi. He says, "The earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed." So such quotes can not only be useful in the essays related to environment, but also when the essays are asked related to nature, ecology, sustainable development, deforestation, climate change, global warming, and the urbanization. Now, next one. This is actually the poem by Rabindranath Tagore. He says, "Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the knowledge is free and where the world has not broken into fragments, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake." These are actually the very beautiful poem by Rabindranath Tagore. And this poem can be efficiently quoted when the essays are asked related to education, knowledge, women, freedom of speech, equality, and so on. Further, our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, has rightly said, "If a country is to be corruption free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are three key societal members who can make a difference, and they are father, mother, and the teacher." So this line explains the importance of teacher, parent, and the education in one's life. These lines can be efficiently quoted when the essays are asked related to corruption, value education, or the education related essays, and so on. Now, the next quote. "As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest." This is actually quoted by Nelson Mandela, and this quote is can be efficiently used when the essays are asked related to poverty, injustice, inequality, equality, peace, freedom, and the social justice. Now, the next quote. It is basically in Sanskrit. It says, "Lok samasta sukhina bhavantu." In English, it means, "Let the whole world be prosperous and peaceful." So such sayings in Sanskrit can be efficiently used when the essays are asked related to peace or the social justice. Now, the next quote is related to women empowerment. It says, "The divine are extremely happy where the women are respected. Where they are not, all actions are fruitless." Okay, now the next quote is also in Sanskrit, which says, "Yatho dharma tatha jayaha," in English, which means, "Where there is justice, there is victory." So, such type of quotations can be efficiently used when the essays are asked related to justice or the judiciary related essays. Now, when the essays are related to poverty or hunger, these lines by Mahatma Gandhi becomes necessary. He says, "Hunger is actually the worst weapon of mass destruction. It claims millions of victims each year." So, our next quote is related to humanity, or we can say good character, and this quote can be also useful when the essays are asked related to politician or politics. The quote is, "You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. Even if a few drops of an ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty." Now, our next quote is related to women empowerment. "If you women only realize your dignity and privilege and make full sense of it for mankind, you will make it much better than it is." These lines are actually quoted by Mahatma Gandhi. Now, the next quote is taken from the Indian Education Commission of 1964-66, also known as Kothari Commission. It stated that the destiny of our country is being shaped in our classrooms. These lines were as it is asked in UPSC 2017 examination in essay paper. Now, when essays when asked related to art or literature, it becomes very difficult to remember a quote, right? But don't worry, our next quote will help you too. So, our next quote is, "In arts and literature, rains are an artist's muse and a lover's romance." So, such type of quotations can be very useful when the essays are asked related to arts, literature, or monsoon related essays. Now, the next quote is by Mahatma Phule. He says, "Educate one man, you educate one person. But you educate a woman, you educate a whole civilization." This quote itself has a great meaning, and this quote can be efficiently used when the essays are asked related to women's education or women empowerment. Now, the next quote. These are basically the 7 social scenes by Mahatma Gandhi. He says, first one, politics without principle, pleasure without conscience. Third one, wealth without work. Fourth one, knowledge without character. Fifth one, commerce without morality. Sixth one, science without humanity. And the last one, worship without sacrifice. These social scenes are basically very simple to remember but has a great meaning, and this can be efficiently used when the essays are asked related to value education, politics, science and technology, humanity, morality, knowledge, etc. The next quote. "I do not want my house to be walled on all sides and my windows to be stuffed. I want the culture of all lands to blow about my house as freely as possible. But I refuse to be blown off my feet by any way." These are the beautiful lines quoted by Mahatma Gandhi, and this can be used when the essays are asked related to international relations or the culture. Now, our next quote is related to humanity. It says, "All humanity is one undivided and indivisible family, and each one of us is responsible for misdeeds of all others." These lines are actually quoted by Mahatma Gandhi. Now, our next quote is related to life. It says, "Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in an attractive and well preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways, body thoroughly used up. totally worn out, screaming, "Oh ho, what a ride!" So, guys, this is all about the quotes which can be efficiently used in your essay writing. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you.